Now let's say you are running a container, and within that container you create files, store data and view information, right? And then you delete the container. Now what happens when you delete a container? All that data is now gone. Scary, isn't it? In this video, we are going to talk about Docker volumes that will help us to prevent these issues. Docker volume is one of the important concepts where it comes to storing the data. As we are already aware of the nature of container, so whenever you delete the container, all the data is lost forever. So that is something that we are going to discuss in this video. Now take an analogy that you are using a hotel room. So you will use the resources, you will use the room, and once you are done with the things, once you do the checkout, everything is back to square one. So in this video, we are going to do a deep dive on the theoretical aspect of Docker volumes, and in the following video, we are going to do a practical hands-on on Docker volume. So yeah, let's get started and understand what is Docker volume. Okay, so before even moving forward with Docker volume, it is very important to understand two concepts, that is stateful and stateless application. Now what are stateless application? So basically those application which doesn't rely on the previous search data, on the previous queries. So these are the application that doesn't need any sort of data, that doesn't store any important data. They can restart anytime, for example a web server. Now what is a stateful application? Those applications which relies on the previous search queries, which stores data, for example MySQL. These application needs persistence. So all those applications that stores the previous context, those applications are known as stateful application, right? So stateful application needs volume and stateless application may not need volume. Now we understood what is stateful and what are stateless application, because in stateful application we need the previous query context. In stateless we may not need it, right? So that's the basic difference. Now let's move forward and understand what actually is Docker volume. Now here you can see there is a big definition which is provided over here. So let's go with the official definition. What is a Docker volume? A Docker volume is a mechanism for persisting data generated and used by Docker containers, ensuring that data remains intact even after the container using are stopped, removed or replaced. Volumes are preferred method for persistent storage in Docker. If I summarize the entire definition into a single line, it is a storage location outside the container that is mounted inside the container, right? So if I summarize the entire definition, if I want to tell anyone what actually is a Docker volume, it's just like a folder that I will store in my host machine that will be referred by the container is called a Docker volume. It is just like using a pen drive onto a PC or a laptop, right? So when you plug in that pen drive, your laptop will be able to access the data, and if you plug out that pen drive, the data won't be there. So that is the ideal example of Docker volume, right? Now where does Docker volume exists? Docker volume, does it exist in your container or does it exist in your host machine? Docker volume exists on your host machine, that is on your system. It doesn't exist on your container. So the container uses Docker volume, but the data will live outside the container. That is why the data survives, because we are already aware of the nature of container. Once the service is done, once all the processes are completed, it will go into exit state, right? In order to save that data, we are mounting it to a place. We will mount it into a local host machine. That's the reason every time whenever we are booting a machine, we have a volume that we mount to the container and the data will be able to accessible, right? Now where does this volume exist? So Docker volume exists on your host machine. It does not stay inside the container. Now how does Docker volume works? So it is very easy, and we are going to do the practical hands-on in the next video, so it will give you the clarity. But for now, just understand how does the volume works. So you will create a directory on your host machine, then we will mount it inside the container, and whenever the container writes any data, it will be stored into the host machine. So when you stop the container or delete the container, the data is safe because it is not stored inside the container. It is present in your local host machine. So you can attach the same volume to the new container and you can see the data is still present. This specific demonstration we are going to do in the coming video, so don't worry about it. Right now we learned about what is Docker volume, why it is used. Now, how many types of Docker volume we have? Basically, there are two sort of classification of Docker volumes. First is bind mount and secondly is named volume. What is bind mount? So just imagine that you are mounting your local directory into the container. That is something we call as bind mount. What is named volume? It is a managed Docker volume that you mount with the container. That's it. So here you can see the syntax of Docker bind mount and Docker managed volume, right? Let's move forward. Okay, now when we take the real world example, so this is something that we are going to see in the coming demonstration. Imagine that you have a database container. So let's say MySQL, the user will store the data, it will write through the query, and without volume, the data will be stored during the runtime of the container. But when the container is terminated, the data will be lost. But when you're dealing with Docker volumes, the data is safe even when the container is terminated. Next time when you spin up the container, you will just have to mount this volume and your data will be present there for sure. So this is why Docker volumes are critical in production, right? So let's take the recap of whatever we learned so far. Containers are stateless by default. That's the reason we need Docker volume, because data is lost when the container is deleted. Docker volumes provide persistent storage. So where does the volume stays? It exists into the host machine, and we can reuse the same data again and again across the container. So yeah, that was all about this video where we learned about Docker volume. In the next video, we are going to do the practical hands-on on Docker volume. So yeah, that was all, and I will see you in the next one. Till then, keep learning and thank you very much.